Okay. Welcome to Storyfull Conversations, the podcast by Storyfull Matchmaking. I'm your host, Jenny Agan, matchmaker, educator, and relationship coach. And I'm here to help soulful singles find meaningful connections. So each episode will explore how people are reimagining modern dating, community, and authentic relationships. Because love should feel soul nourishing, not just surface level. Your adventure in love starts here, so let's tell a better story. Today I'm Today I'm joined by Amy Samarin, founder of Back to Basics Speed Dating, a local event series that's helping singles reconnect face to face in an age of swipes and screens. Amy believes that creating real connection starts with intentional gatherings, spaces designed to help people show up as themselves and be seen. And I've been reading The Art of Gathering by Priya Parker because I'm genuinely fascinated by how we can design experiences that help people feel safe, curious, and open. And I think that's exactly what Amy is doing through her work. Amy, thank you for being here. And I'd love to start with your story. What led you to start Back to Basics?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be real and honest that I had a dream a while ago that I became a matchmaker. And it was one of those dreams that you wake up from and just feel this sense of peace. And I'd never really had that feeling before. And of course, I kind of laughed and dismissed it. But about a year later, I had the word speed dating pop into my head and again giggled and dismissed it. And then about a week later, I had speed dating pop in my head again. And I took a minute to consider that. And I thought, I was thinking about the state of single people in this world and how lonely they are, and this, how depression and anxiety are at an all-time high. And I thought, I could maybe do this and provide a space for singles to meet face to face. And why would I not? So that's kind of a little bit of my background story.
I love that. I know for me, reading about the power of gathering has made me think so much about why we bring people together and what it looks like to do that with purpose. So I'm curious, was there a moment when you realized that you wanted to create something that was different for singles?
Yeah, I mean, I did some research and realized that there were many cities that have very active speed dating events happening, and Colorado Springs didn't. And once I saw that, and I was reading through some chats online and realized that people were really into this in other cities, and I thought, okay, this would be a good thing, especially in this day and age. So.
Cool. Was there like a moment when you thought like this could work, like people are really connecting?
I spoke, I have a child who is in her 20s and single, and had all her friends over one evening and spoke with them and kind of, uh, pinged it off of them, and they were all really excited about it. And they're in their 20s, so not quite, super desperate yet, young enough to still have hope. And so once they were excited about it, I kind of, that was the moment I'm like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah, it's definitely something that people, I think, appreciate being able to have a specific space, a physical space where people can go and meet in person and develop potential connections that either are platonic or romantic. So I'm so glad that you decided to do this. And you could have gone in a lot of different directions, right? Like you could have chosen to organize dinner parties or mixers or potlucks even. So I'm curious why you specifically chose speed dating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tend to be a very straightforward and simplistic type person. And I thought that with speed dating, it's very straightforward. It's a streamlined way for people to meet other people, as opposed to like a mixer or a singles event where there might be a little bit of structure, but not a lot. The purpose of this is to speak to another person face to face, one other person from across a very small table, kind of in their personal space. And it kind of forces people to kind of maybe, especially in this day and age when no one's speaking to anybody in public anymore, forces people to, have that conversation one-on-one with another person.
And I think that's a powerful thing, helping people remember that connection can start simple
Mhm.
and natural, and that it just that gives me hope that we can actually, deal with the digital noise in like very simple but very like significant ways.
Yeah,
Um, is there something about the structure or the energy of it that you think helps people connect authentically?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you have 2 hours basically to have several, 15 to 20 in my case, 5 to 7 minute conversations with, like I said, 15 to 20 different people. And you walk away thinking, you build your confidence, and you walk away thinking, wow, that was, 15 to 20 people my age, because that's another thing I think about speed dating that's neat is I tend to structure by age. So,
I love
20s.
that.
Yeah. And so you're showing up to meet 15 to 20 other 20-year-olds or 40-year-olds or whatever, who are all single and all looking. And you have these short conversations and you can walk away, I have a match card. You circle yes or no or friend. And you walk away thinking, okay, like I just met some potential dates possibly.
I
Um,
love that. I think making your events very age oriented really helps to prevent the awkward interaction between like that 25-year-old who really isn't interested in talking to a 60-year-old,
right.
vice versa. I mean that happens. I know that there are folks who are cool with that and like that and want that, but I think a lot of people would prefer to be around folks that are their own age. And so I think that's really wonderful that you've thought about that and put that in the way that you organize your speed dating events. So now I want to talk results.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Are people actually finding each other? And I'm curious, what does success look like to you beyond just matches?
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely getting numerous matches after each event. Romantic matches, absolutely. Friend matches, even more, which is great. I offer the friend option for people who are maybe not so apt to circle yes right away on somebody, but still felt connection. So absolutely, we are getting a lot of results. And I mean, I have people emailing me saying, I just ran into another person I met at your match thing, and I
Oh, awesome.
match, and she was just with the match, and we're like, speed dating's working. And so that's really encouraging. I just love coming home after an event and pulling out the match cards and looking to see, like what everybody thought, and it just fills my heart. So yes,
I love that.
yeah, yeah.
It's amazing to think that, one night, one conversation can lead to something that changes how, like someone can interact with dating again or just like meet other people and feel confident again, really. And I think that's real impact is building that confidence. So are there a specific type of person that you think tends to thrive in that type of format?
Yeah, I think, I hear a lot of people think, oh, that, or say, that's not my thing. I'm too introverted or shy or whatever. I think those people would be surprised. And I have heard that from people. I was pleasantly surprised. I was nervous coming in, but I was pleasantly surprised that once I sat down and started talking to somebody, it wasn't that bad. We're all human beings, right? And so, yeah, the extrovert definitely thrives in a speed dating environment. The introvert is a little more nervous and scared. But yeah, I think overall anybody could fit in this type of event for sure.
That's awesome. And I think with speed dating, there's inherent structure and organization built into the way that you organize things that really is helpful so that you don't just have like the big personality extrovert taking over conversations everywhere, that there's room for that other type of person, the introvert, to be able to have meaningful conversations with a lot of people too.
Right.
So and that goes back to like the way that we design spaces and events for people to get together. It's meaningful. What are some of the obstacles that you still notice, either in hosting these types of events or in how singles show up today?
Yeah, I think the speed dating events and any singles event is helpful for sure. What I'm seeing with people is that online dating apps and unfortunately pornography are warping our brains a little bit in the sense of we think we could just keep swiping, right? We think we could find somebody better. Surely there's somebody better, and there's just endless swipes. We could just keep swiping. And so I think people are being very leery to put the work into one person and stop swiping. And that person right there is worth my time and worth what I call casual dating. I believe casual dating is a lost art. I think people will only date if they think the person is marriage material or if they want to have sex. And so I want to recoin the term casual dating. It's okay to go on casual dates with people to get to know them. And I believe it takes probably 3 to 5 dates before you can even really truly know if a person is, even close to being marriage material.
I love that. I think in a fast where people want things fast and easy and they want that convenience, I think that there is absolutely something to slowing down, taking time to really get to know somebody in person and going on, like you said, casual dating. I love that you're normalizing that idea you're taking that pressure off that like this person has to be the one
Yeah,
that like I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life or my life is over. That
right.
you gotta see what happens. You gotta let things kind of take their natural course. And just because somebody may not necessarily be like the one doesn't necessarily mean that they can still add value to your life. And the only way that you can allow that to happen is to give them the opportunity to show you that they can add value. So I think that's great. Um, so I think in general, I can say like I'm really grateful to be able to have the opportunity to collaborate with you, Amy. I think that being able to meet other folks in our local town who are invested in being able to provide like opportunity for folks to connect authentically and in person is really needed. And so I'm looking forward to participating and collaborating with you on lots of things in the future so that we can really help the individuals of our town locally and in Colorado and beyond to be able to find authentic connection and build better relationships with folks.
Yep.
Cool. Um, Before we wrap up, where can people find you and learn about upcoming events that speed dating is offering?
Yeah, my Facebook is probably the best place to follow me, back to the basics. And I also have an Instagram page. My website is speeddatingcos.com. So that's a little different than my name. So my name is Back to the Basics. Website is speeddatingcos.com. And I update things on both. I just think people are on social media a little more frequently. They're not going to pop onto my website every other day to see any updates. So I would say follow me on Facebook to stay up to date with any new events that we're planning.
Wonderful. Amy, thank you so much for joining me today. I love what you're doing. It's such a refreshing reminder that connection can still happen in real time between real people. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow Storyfull Matchmaking on Instagram or visit storyfullmatchmaking.com. I'm Jenny Agan, and remember, your adventure in love starts here. So let's tell a better story.
Thank you.